I started going to therapy back in 2020. You know, as unfortunate as that pandemic was for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely don't want to be insensitive when I say this, but for me, I needed that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know stillness in my adult life. Like, I hit the ground running at 17 years old. I was still a kid, still in high school, and had to, like, was forced on accelerated growth. You know what I mean? Just pushed out there, just had to keep it going. And I didn't realize for about 5-6 years I didn't stop. I hadn't stopped. I hadn't gotten any type of still time. I hadn't, like, had real time to connect with my family, even more importantly, myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when I finally got that space and that time, it was like I just went real deep inside, you know what I mean? And I realized things that I needed. I was like, okay, I need therapy. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be held accountable for my shortcomings. I need those to be pointed out to me because I'm what you call a self-improvement junkie. Like, I'm committed and devoted to being a better version of myself every time I show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see the evolution in all the Breakfast Club interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is our third one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I pride myself on that. You know, so therapy was definitely an outlet that I saw to bring me closer to a higher self-awareness and just state of being.
What introduced you to it? How did you decide to do it? What was that decision like?
Well, you know, I've always been open-minded, and I started to resonate with that idea that Black people, therapy being so taboo to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it was is I was introduced to the concept of emotional intelligence.
Word.
And that kind of blew my mind. That opened so many doors for me because I'm like, wow, like, we really wasn't taught this. How important it is to identify your own emotions in relation to the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we might just wake up in a bad mood and you wearing that mood. And now your household is feeling that mood.
Facts, yeah.
And you don't even realize you just passed that mood on to your son.
Mm-hmm.
Now your son is in school with that mood and he passing that on to, you know what I'm saying? Like, energy is so contagious. And once I kind of like realized that, it started to, you know, open little pathways in my brain. Like, damn, even identifying with frustration as an emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell a lot of Black men, if you tell a Black man, yo, you being emotional, that's like offensive.
Word.
But people don't realize that, yo, if you angry, if we having a conversation, you just screaming because you mad, you're in your emotion. You know what I'm saying? People get emotionally hijacked every day, B.
That's right.
Every day, like blinded by emotion, blinded by rage. So I just kind of started on that path for understanding myself more because I grew up, I had like anger issues and stuff like that. It was hard to me to identify a lot of things that I was feeling.
Did you figure out where that anger came from?
Now that I think about it, looking in hindsight, I think a lot of it came from when my parents split. You know what I'm saying? And me not knowing how to process that and then manifesting into something else. Like me trying to find a reason for it elsewhere.
Word.
You know what I mean?
I came to that same realization in therapy. Like, I didn't realize how much my parents divorcing had impacted me and how angry I was at my pops for that.
Word up.